Have you ever walked into a room and felt something was off? That invisible shift in energy that makes your gut clench, even when everything looks normal on the surface? Your instincts are trying to tell you something, and ignoring them might be the most expensive mistake you'll ever make. What I'm about to share will be uncomfortable. Some of you will want to click away. But if you stay with me for the next 12 minutes, you'll learn to read the signs that most people miss until it's too late. Signs that could save you months of confusion, heartbreak, and wasted energy. This isn't about paranoia. This is about clarity. And clarity, my friend, is power. Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, and I specialize in helping people navigate the complex world of relationships with confidence and wisdom. Here's the truth most people won't tell you. Our bodies and behaviors reveal everything, even when our words try to hide it. We're constantly broadcasting signals, some conscious, most unconscious. And when something significant happens in someone's life, these signals change. Today, we're diving deep into 5 specific behavioral shifts that indicate when someone in your life has been, let's say, redirecting their intimate energy elsewhere. These aren't theories or guesswork. These are patterns I've observed over years of studying human behavior and relationships. Whether you're dealing with a romantic partner, trying to understand a friend's strange behavior, or just want to sharpen your ability to read people accurately, these insights will serve you well. But here's my warning. Once you learn to see these signs, you can't unsee them. Knowledge comes with responsibility. Are you ready for that responsibility? Let's begin. The first sign is what I call the energy shift, when physical intimacy becomes mechanical. Think about electricity for a moment. When you flip a switch and nothing happens, you don't keep flipping it hoping for a different result. You know the power has been cut somewhere else. Human connection works the same way. When someone's intimate energy is flowing toward another person, there's simply less available for you. It's not about being tired or stressed. Those are temporary states. This is different. This is a fundamental redirect of their life force. Here's what to watch for. Physical avoidance that feels deliberate. They turn away from kisses, create space during conversations, or their touch feels rehearsed rather than natural. It's like they're going through the motions of intimacy while their mind and heart are elsewhere. The key word here is mechanical. Real intimacy has spontaneity, warmth, presence. When someone's intimate energy is divided, what remains feels hollow, practiced, empty. But here's the crucial part. Don't immediately confront or demand explanations. That's the amateur move. Instead, create space. Pull back your own energy and observe what happens. A person who's still genuinely connected to you will notice that space and move to close it. They'll reach out, ask questions, show concern about the distance. But if they seem relieved by the space, if they don't even notice you've pulled back, that tells you everything you need to know. Remember, you can't force someone to want you, but you can absolutely stop forcing yourself on someone who doesn't. The second sign is the cleansing ritual. Sudden, excessive attention to hygiene and appearance. This one is fascinating from a psychological perspective. Our bodies are like recording devices. They hold on to scents, textures, energy from our interactions. When someone has been intimate with another person, they instinctively know this. What you'll notice: unusually long showers, especially at odd times. Not the normal end-of-day cleanup, but urgent, almost compulsive washing, extra perfume or cologne, more than usual. Applied in a way that seems like they're covering something rather than enhancing something. Immediate clothing changes that don't match the situation. They come home and immediately strip down and put on fresh clothes, even if they weren't doing anything that would require it. Guarding personal items like their phone, bag, or car with unusual intensity. Sudden privacy about things that were previously open. Now I want to be clear, everyone deserves privacy, and good hygiene is normal. We're not talking about healthy boundaries or self-care. We're talking about a noticeable change in behavior that coincides with other suspicious patterns. The psychology behind this is simple. Guilt creates hypervigilance. When someone knows they've crossed a line, they become obsessed with erasing evidence, even evidence that might not exist. Your response? Don't become a detective. Don't start checking their belongings or interrogating them about shower times. That's exhausting and beneath your dignity. Instead, simply note the pattern. If excessive cleansing coincides with unexplained absences, emotional distance, or other red flags, You're looking at a cluster of behaviors that paint a picture. Trust patterns, not individual incidents. The third sign is the projection game, when they turn their guilt into your fault. This is where psychology gets really interesting. When someone does something that conflicts with their values or commitments, they experience what psychologists call cognitive dissonance, the uncomfortable tension between their actions and their self-image. One way to resolve this tension is to rewrite the story so that you become the villain. Here's how it plays out. Suddenly, you're too needy, too distant, too demanding, too passive. You don't listen enough, you talk too much, you're always working, you never help around the house. The complaints seem to come out of nowhere and they don't match reality. You find yourself constantly defending, explaining, apologizing for things you didn't do or normal behaviors that never bothered them before. The psychology is brilliant in its simplicity. If they can convince themselves, and you, that you're the problem, then their behavior becomes justified. I wouldn't have done this if they were a better partner. It's like someone burning down your house and then blaming you for not having better fire insurance. Here's how you handle this. Stop defending. Every time you defend yourself against false accusations, you're playing their game by their rules. And in that game, you can't win because the rules keep changing. Instead, try this. I hear that you're upset. When you're ready to have a real conversation about what's actually going on, I'm here. Then disengage. Don't argue, don't justify, don't explain. Let them sit with their own emotions without you absorbing them. Remember, a person who truly wants to resolve issues with you will focus on solutions, not blame. Someone who's trying to justify their own behavior will focus on making you the problem. The difference is crucial. The fourth sign is the body's truth. Micro-expressions and physical responses that can't be faked. Here's something most people don't realize. Our conscious mind can lie, but our nervous system always tells the truth. Micro-expressions, breathing patterns, muscle tension, energy levels. These things are controlled by the unconscious mind, and the unconscious mind doesn't lie. If you've been with someone for a while, you know their baseline. You know how they breathe when they sleep, how they move when they're relaxed, what their authentic laughter sounds like. When that baseline changes, pay attention. Maybe they seem unusually tense during conversations that used to be easy. Perhaps their responses feel exaggerated, either overly emotional or oddly flat. Their sleep patterns change, their appetite shifts, or they seem to be performing enthusiasm rather than feeling it. It's like watching a great actor in a bad movie. The performance is technically correct, but something indefinable feels off. The tricky part is that these changes can be subtle. We're not talking about obvious lies or dramatic behavioral shifts. We're talking about tiny inconsistencies that your intuition picks up before your logical mind does. My advice, trust your senses. If something feels different, it probably is different. Don't let your rational mind talk you out of what your intuitive mind has already registered. But here's the key. Observe without becoming obsessive. You're gathering information, not building a legal case. The goal isn't to prove you're right. The goal is to make decisions based on accurate information. Scale back your emotional investment and see if the changes persist. Sometimes people go through temporary phases due to work stress, health issues, or family problems. But if the fundamental energy between you has shifted and stays shifted, that's information worth having. The fifth and final sign is the time audit, how they prioritize and account for their time. Time is the most honest currency we have. You can fake words, fake emotions, even fake physical affection to some degree, but you can't fake where you spend your time. Here's what changes. Chronic lateness that comes with increasingly creative excuses. Traffic was terrible. My phone died or work ran late. But these explanations happen more and more frequently. Unexplained absences where they're unreachable or their story doesn't quite add up. Not major disappearances, but small gaps that become patterns. Emotional unavailability even when they're physically present. They're there, but they're not really there. Their mind is elsewhere, their phone gets more attention than you do, and conversations feel forced. Here's the hard truth. People make time for what matters to them. Always. If someone consistently struggles to prioritize time with you, they're telling you where you rank in their life. The test is simple. Stop being the one who reaches out first. Stop initiating plans. Stop sending the first text of the day. Stop being the one who suggests spending time together. Then observe. Do they notice the space and move to fill it? Do they reach out, make plans, show that they value your connection? Or does the silence stretch comfortably, with them seeming relieved that they don't have to perform interests they don't feel? This isn't about playing games. It's about getting honest information about where you stand. Someone who values you will notice when you pull back and will take action to reconnect. Someone who doesn't, won't. So there you have it, the 5 signs that reveal when someone's intimate energy has been redirected elsewhere. The energy shift, the cleansing ritual, the projection game, the body's truth, and the time audit. But here's what I want you to remember. This information isn't meant to make you paranoid or suspicious. It's meant to give you clarity so you can make informed decisions about your relationships and your life. Trust patterns, not individual incidents. Look for clusters of behaviors, not isolated events. And most importantly, trust your instincts while keeping your dignity intact. If any of this resonated with you, I want you to do something right now. Don't confront anyone. Don't make accusations. Don't start investigating. Instead, simply begin observing with new eyes. Notice patterns. Protect your energy. Make decisions from a place of strength, not fear. Your next step, subscribe to this channel if you found this valuable, because we dive deep into topics like this every week. Share this video with someone who might need to hear it. And most importantly, start trusting yourself enough to see what's really in front of you. Remember, clarity is power. And you deserve to live with both eyes open. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, trust yourself, value your time, and never settle for anything less than genuine connection.